And then we have 8. We cast the Opus from the Grizzave. Thank you. 4 damage up top. Submit 1. We tap U2. Submit. Auto pay. It's the dream. That is the dream. Casting Opus from the grave. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. If we can get 500 likes on a video throughout the process of a week, I'm going to do a studio and daily routine reveal. So smash that like, help support the channel, maybe subscribe, join the community Discord in the link tree below. And within today's video, we have a brand new jank deck. This is an Izzet graveyard deck. We have the Phoenix, we have the Demi-Lich, and we're playing them from the graveyard over and over again. Plus, we'll be casting our spells from the grave too, which is a lot of fun. Breaking down the deck list in today's video, showcasing the highlight, or well, I guess today's highlights from our recording session, even though it's literally every game I played, but the strategies and synergies of the deck, and then the gameplay footage, wrapping up with our final thoughts and deck review. So, with this out of the way, let's take a look at this Izzet Graveyard Jank deck. Of course, we have a 60, well, it's not of course, I guess this is a pretty unique time. 64 cards out of 60, just because we're filling our grave so aggressively, right? And I just, I couldn't figure out what to cut, if I'm being honest. It happens to the best of us, okay? So 12 creatures, 28 non-creatures, 3.1 average mana value within the deck, and 24 land to help us get there. It's a perfect split red to blue, so we don't need to worry too much. And with that being said, we actually need to worry a ton because we have double drops of red within 4 and we have a quad blue within 4. So to get around, we have the Frostboil Snarl. This is an absolute heater within the match. Plus we can generate some treasures as well through things like the Prismari command, right? That's cool. We also have the Magma Opus to generate those treasures as well, which is really nice. Specifically working very, very well with the Demi-Lich, right? Whenever it attacks, we can cast an instant or sorcery from our graveyard, copying it, of course, right? Which is cool. We have to pay its regular cost, but we can discard the Opus, generate a treasure, cast the Lich with that treasure, gain enough mana, so we can repay the Opus cost from the grave, and then cast it, right? When we attack. So you attack, cast it, tap the blockers, deal direct damage, draw 2 cards, make a 4/4, which is pretty cool, right? So the Demi-Lich Magma Opus is very, very good. And then, the Sunstreak Phoenix is here as well. Whenever day turns to night or vice versa, you can pay 2 to bring it from the grave back into play tapped. Neat. We have a Hyper Mill within Otherworldly Gaze, 1 mana looking at the top 3, putting any number of them into the graveyard, and then deciding what the order is on top, right? Flashback for 2, so it's replayable, which is really, really nice from our grave. This will allow us to throw the Phoenix into the grave, throw the Demi-Lich into the grave, which is really, really cool, right? We can also toss things like the Castaway, the Hermit, and other Gazes to the grave because they have flashback, so we can work into the more important cards of our deck while still retaining access to those cards from that graveyard, which is really, really nice, right? Fading Hope is going to bounce our opponent's creatures, scry 1, find the land, find the correct creature, right? Whatever it happens to be. Pyre is 3 damage creature or planeswalker, or discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many cards, right? Discarding the Phoenix, discarding the Lich potentially if we need. Cinderclasm, field wipe, we absolutely love that. The treasures, the damage, the draw 2, discard 2 through the command, amazing. If you're against something like the Chariot, the Meat Hook, well, destroy target artifact is going to get the job done in that case. We talked about the Phoenix, we talked about the Lich, burn down the house, cleaning up the field. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our cards will come back from the grave. Will yours? We can also make the Devils, which is pretty cool for aggro attackers. And then the Opus, we mentioned this. That's the deck. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to smash that like button to help support the channel, help support your favorite creator, and we will bust out today's gameplay footage and do our best to try to flex out with this new jank deck. Going first with the Opus to toss is acceptable. We're within parameters. Let's see how it works out. 2 commands. You know, that's something as well. And we have both our Lich and our Phoenix. Say what? Looking for a Pyre to double discard them, I guess. To the grave. And these are all blue sources so far. That's nice for the Lich. I mean, do we turn 3 Lich? Oh. Hashtag. Oh, no, there's no creatures to exile. So they don't get it. I was getting worked up there for a second. Was getting a little worked up there. So, we're not recasting this, but we could recast that. So it's like blue, bounce the Sentinel, because it's what they need to tap for mana, and it can't tap if it's, you know, stuck with Summoning Sickness. Successful. Let's toss that down. Looking for another land. Lich is active. We could draw and discard the Phoenix to the grave with the command. Oh, you dog. Nice. I spent my treasure on that. I spent my treasure on that. We'll see how they deal with this. You know, it's reoccurring, so it has to be exiled, basically. That's 2 Fading Hopes in their sleeves. Friggin' cheater. There's no way they don't cast, though, so we're not gonna... Let's just replay it. Sit on our removal. We're at 17 life. You know what I mean? They don't have a full party. I may want to remove, like, a Luminarch Aspirant or something, right? We don't know what's going on here. That activates the Lich. We don't have enough in the grave to play this from the grave, but at 5 we're getting close to Opus Town. Let's hit for 4. Discard the Opus for the treasure. End our turn. We're going to make another treasure and probably deal with something of theirs. Beautiful. That puts us at 5, 6, 7 mana. Let's take our hit for 4. Sneak that Lich back into play and turn. That's okay. Doesn't really affect us too much. Land off the top. Kind of. I put this at 7. We need 8. We could cast this for free from our grave. Well, not for free. Let's do it. Let's cast our... Ooh, maybe even Fading Hope. All right, that's going to be nice and cheap. And then they would have to triple block, and we could kill another out from underneath of them. Well, they're not going for it. They don't see this, but they suspect, I guess. And now we can Hermit in. A little counterspell protection. And we do, of course, have this command as well. And we're sitting at 8. So we have an Opus firing off here to tap them, hit them for 4. Maybe potentially kill some creatures. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We could just get away with a straight trade-off. 2 damage treasure. 2 damage treasure. And then we have 8. We cast the Opus from the Grizzave. Thank you. 4 damage up top. Submit 1. We tap you 2. Submit. Auto pay. That's the dream. That is the dream. Casting Opus from the grave. Phoenix has come from the grave as well. Is this a jank deck, you guys? Or is this a competitive build? That's the question that I'm posing not only to myself today, but to all of you. From the outside, it's like, wow, good luck getting this to work. But then once you start playing it, I don't know, man. This is very strange. Badlands taking the mulligan. Not much better, but it is, you know, on the right track. We have protection from tall, we have protection from wide, we have, you know, our own creature as well, and some mill to get us going, because a lot of our stuff just needs to be in the grave. Let's toss this command for now. A good card, but are we even going to get to 3 mana? Right? You guys know the shuffler as intimately as I do. I might take Fading Hope. Both of these are replayable from the grave. And they're probably not a creature deck. So. Hey, you do you. Really? That's interesting. Nice turn 1, though, for sure. Very groovy. Luckily, the discard doesn't have a massive effect on us in negative fashion. Unless they get T-Grid out, something like this. Third land is good. We have a creature in play now. They're unable to attack and then sack their Twitch for triple draw treasure creation. A Graveyard Trespasser. Ouch. So discard doesn't affect us. Exiling our grave. Ridiculously effective against us. Dang, man. Oh, and this gets stronger, so now we can't kill it. Graveyard Glutton. Coming after us with both barrels, baby. Woo! This is not good. I mean, of course we just block and mill. This triggers first. We lose Fading Hope. This is like an amazing counter to our deck. Why are you doing this? And they kill our creature before the block? If only it was daytime. Then we could kill it. Hopefully Phoenix goes to the grave. No. You can see just how effective this card is going to be against us. But we have to just, like, put our head down and push through. If we get anything good, they're going to take it. We find an untapped island on the top, which I'm telling myself is good for some reason. And we may as well get this Geist in play. I don't think it's going to do much, but we'll try our best, right? We're going to play out the match. They have such an advantage, it's not even funny. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how deep within this match we can actually get, because that single card is just like, it's going to get us. So we need, like a burn down the house would be ideal. Nice, they just remove it, which we've not seen yet, right? So we're getting closer, you know, still 4 copies in there at 9% draw. There's options. Well, there goes our hand. It's gone. And now we lose the Castaway or a Gaze. Probably a Castaway. Like, get those creatures out of here, right? It's a 3/4 with flying. I can threaten you. Nice. This is the perfect matchup for them. Come on. Take one of the disturbed cards. You can do it. Oh, they get 2 because it's nighttime. That's lovely. Here, have this too. Yeah, you can have that. Right out of my grave. Salute. They're gonna come away from this experience be like, I have the world's best deck. I've done it. I made the best deck. And in this matchup, oh, absolutely. Like, look how effective that is. This Glutton is no joke. Woof, woof, baby. That was a good game. They literally shut down our entire deck perfectly. Like, this is the, like, it even kills us if we kill the Twitch from the chip damage here. I was going to say, please don't take your time. You've won. Just select any cards. I just wanted to show how cool your deck was. Opponent goes first. Land looks nice. Curving out. Really, really well. We will need some removal, it looks like, right? So this is a red source. Looking for another red source. Ay, caramba. So we have no, we do have 1 red source. That's a 1-drop, that's a 2-drop. We need a second red source. So this goes to the grave. We discard this and cast the Clasm after. A little awkward, but it allows us to ramp on turn 2. Not that we really need to ramp on turn 2, but what we need is that secondary red source. And they pass over, draw the Cinderclasm off the top. Hopefully they play a whole bunch of stuff and everybody stays at 2, right? Nobody goes to 3. I don't want any +1/+1 counters distributed. If they put it on the 1/1, that's acceptable. This is okay. This is okay. This is a big hit. This is a big hit. Six damage, down to 13. They only have 2 threats in hand. It's a scry 2 and draw, which is pretty good. They could push up at instant speed if we let them untap, so we take it now. That's our turn. We have Gaze up. Phoenix is on tap. They have a Raptor on 1. Code spell on 2. Oh, another raptor. Woof. Should we have given them another turn? We have a command while we play this tapped land. they're not into it. Low on creatures. We're ready to rip. Opponent goes first. I mean, there is a Cinderclasm here. We will need to discard these liches. Like, there's only 2 in deck, and we pulled them both here. 2 damage to the tchotchkes. This person's name is absolutely legendary. The Nebuchadnezzar. Like the Nebuchadnezzar, but the Nebuchadnezzar. My friend. Are you from this world even? Toss the Opus, which is, you know, one of the things we want to do with our life. They're getting us here. Just a burn down, baby. Pass our turn. I think we'll draw, discard, make the treasure. We discard 1 skull. We don't do them both. And 1 gaze. I probably want to manually discard the Opus if we don't get a land. Like so. Yeah, let's just keep at it. And we can get some Phoenixes in the grave here as well, hopefully. The Lich can be cast from the grave or our hand. I'll do the hand first, because I want to keep some of those spells in the grave. They're going for it, eh? That's some more damage. Not too shabby. Let's see what we can get away with here. Graveyard, graveyard, graveyard. My turn. I mean, guaranteed they just kill this, right? We have Phoenix in the grave? Not yet. It does take the damage off of us. And we could save it if we wanted, even though there's recursion, but we have one already to be played from the grave. Let's let him have it. That's the whole point of the deck, right? Is to be playing these creatures from the grave multiple times. Let's take our turn. There's the 4th land we knew we needed. Let's do a little Diggeronis here. Whoops. I shouldn't have clicked the 3rd because I wanted to unclick the other island. So that's on me. Do we just go for it? We drop it down to 2 and cast it? I don't think they have creatures. And then we'll just bring this back. 1, 2, 3. It's the spells we don't have access to. 4. So we keep all of our flashback. We keep all the disturbed cards. And I think it has to be instances and sorceries. So it can't even be the castaway, but it could be the gaze, right? Nice. Back-to-back rips. Let's throw the creature out. This is a 3-4, right? This is going to take a little bit more for them to deal with. Let's do the hall. I want that back. We have 42 cards, so it's, you know, I feel bad that the hall had to go to the grave there. I'm taking it back. Okay, they're going to find some second wind here. That reservoir is cool. Luckily, they can only royal. Down to 10. They might actually burn us out. Good for them. I don't see any creatures in our forecast. Reservoir's pretty cool. Right, lots of charge counters going on now. So we're basically down to 6. I think they're going to kill us. We hit for 7. Ooh, it's going to be close. Oh, the Fading Hopes will come in handy. We have no treasures anymore, though, for these liches. And no red spells to spend up that mana. And our turn. So I'd ideally like to see them just go with a Mascot Exhibition and call it good at 7 mana. Right? Just call it good, friend. They're going for it. I think they have lethal. So we're down basically to 2. If they deal 1 more damage, we're dead. Nice burn. Nice burn. Right now they can tap this for 2 to deal that 3 damage to any target. I hope they take it so I can showcase it. Nice deck. We're pretty close. Going first. You may think this land is bad, but it's actually pretty good. It would be better if we could pull an untapped island off the top here, but beggars can't be choosers. We have Fading Hope, which is nice. Paragon out. Actually cancel. Let's see what they do here. Yeah. Let's just send that back. That's a good land. That's a good land. You can stay there. It's always blue. It's always blue. Cinderclasm's going to be really cool. Let's get Opus over. Again, we may not want to pop this early. We might want to hold on to it. No creatures in the graveyard, so that stays. See what they play. Okay, cool. Unless they have a counterspell. This is pretty much a 3-for-1. We have to do it on their turn. It's kind of annoying, but it could be worse. We get hit for 1, and then we kill the Vandal. Nice land. We have to kill it now before it goes to 4-4. And they don't have any protection as well, which is nice. They did just draw a ton of cards, though. Sentinel's fine. Land is fine. Our turn. Thank you. Let's pass turn. Potentially 5 mana open. This fizzles. This Bant deck is one of the best decks right now in Best of 1. So, the fact that we're going toe-to-toe with it is pretty cool. Another spoils, you dog. That's really good. Let's kill it. I mean, they could fade it to their hand, I guess. Ooh. I'll bite. Thanks for the counterspell. Have they played 2 bears or just 1? This is good for the bears. Let's throw a pyre. And we'll just keep fading hope if they have another Bears of Lijar to get that token. Geist is in play. Non-creature spells we control can't be countered. They kicked Paragon into their hand. Pyre needs to kill Invala. It needs to kill the squad commander. Is it called the squad commander? Something. You know what I mean. Archpriest is fine. That gets just cleaned up. Hit for 2 end turn. They do have the layers. Let's let it hit. Sense of safety. Or this sacrifice, does that go on the stack or is that immediate? It's immediate, isn't it? Oh, well, no, that's not. Dang. They're just like, they're a little too strong. And I don't think we get to play this on the stack if they self-sack. They just replay it, which is actually now what we want. And then we kill it. Because I didn't know Burn Down the House was there. We were going to Cinderclasm. Ain't no more. But they have that counter, which is so annoying. And it does go on the stack. Do they have a counterspell to stop Burn Down the House? Should we do it now to mitigate 6 damage? Yeah. Oh, no. No, that's only 1 damage. We can't kick anymore. Never mind, then. Sorry. I was thinking the play line through as if I had an extra mana available. My bad. Hit for 6, down to 12. They're tapped here. Three cards in their hand. Oh, but they have the lair. That's actually a pretty nice advantage, and we're down to 12. Oh, Bears of Littjara. It's a high-value card. Squad Commander is another high-value card. Can I have that field wipe back, please? Am I right? We kill the changeling there. We're out of cards. They've got 22 life. They have a couple layers in play. Seagate, we're going to get hit for 7 damage here if they layer up. Or 4 layer. If you like, my friend. There we go. 7 down to what, 5? Oh! They're at 22. They can block basically everything that we do, and they hit us with more than we can defend with, right? So we're taking 6 damage here. Good game. I think we're getting fairly close against this deck. It's just such good value that they can generate throughout their entire deck, like just drawing all the time. Good game, though. Alrighty, so Izzet Graveyard has the potential to be competitive. When it pops, it pops. However, is the consistency there? Well, no, because if they have any graveyard hate, that's probably it. Game over. So the deck is no longer viable in best of 3 because they can sideboard against, you know, that. Exile your whole graveyard, sorry, bud. In best of 1, you can get away with it. You're just gonna have to overcome the matchmaker. Sometimes it can get you, and it is what it is, right? So we've seen the deck work really well. We've seen the deck get absolutely dominated, and then we've seen the deck slug it out with some cool bat matchups as well, right? So I'm liking it. I think it's a cool theory, but is it as good as the Arclight Phoenix? Not yet, but we're getting there, right? That's really cool. So how would you help improve the deck? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to check out some of our other deadly Sunstreak Phoenix decks that we've done earlier in the week. I've been having so much fun with this card, and I think you've all been enjoying as well. So cheers, like the video, subscribe to the channel, blah, 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 blah. Have a magical day, and we'll see you soon in the next.